Have you been working out like crazy but just can't lose weight from some places? Do you have the body you always dreamt of but those love handles just refuse to leave? Well, if you resonate with these problems, then this video is just for you. Hey, and welcome back to the Holistic Collective. In today's video, we will be sorting your issue with love handles, and you gotta sort this with little love. Well, love handles are an area of stubborn fat which mostly is on your sides and around your waist. So first, let's understand the basic principle of how losing weight works. There is no such thing as spot reduction in exercise or diets. It is always about a balance. Even a balance or imbalance of energy in the body can cause weight gain or loss. Whatever emotion or food you feed your mind, that directly affects your weight. Which is why we at the Holistic Collective emphasize so much on avoiding stress apart from diet and fitness. Tip number 1. Energy balance. In simple science, there is something called energy balance. This also dictates that your weight gain and weight loss, which is known as your energy, balances the relationship between the energy in your body. Now, there are certain situations where your body listens and sheds weight. One such time is when there is a caloric deficit over time. You are bound to lose weight. Your overall body fat drops, and this also means that the fat from your love handles will reduce too. Since that is the last spot for fat to go from your body, the body needs to be in a caloric deficit state. If you take in more calories than you burn, then you don't have a calorie deficit and you won't lose weight. There are two ways to raise your calorie deficit: changing what and how much you eat and exercise. Tip number 2. Guided diets and workouts plus consistency. A lot of people start new diets, lose the weight for a short while, and then the lost weight comes back on, or worse, they put on even more weight than before. In the long run, you need to choose healthier options when you eat out or even all the foods at home. For example, ice cream. Now everyone loves ice cream, but what is your go-to ice cream? The regular sugar-filled ones, right? Well, this is the healthy option bit we are referring to. Try to opt for lower calorie versions and better alternatives. Tip number 3. No sugar. If you want to lose those love handles, you need to cut out sugar as much as possible. Remember, sugar is not your friend. Did you know that refined sugar is 99.4 to 99.7% pure calories with no nutritional value, meaning it has no vitamins or minerals, no fats or proteins, just pure carbohydrates, which will do nothing but increase your blood sugar and trigger a bad insulin response. We have a whole video on insulin. Please do check it out to understand more. So the main thing you want to do is cut down or cut out sugar. But if you do have a sugar craving, then try to include healthy fruits into your diet. Blueberries are a great way to satiate those sugar cravings. Adding them to your oats for breakfast along with apples make a great low-calorie and high-fiber meal. Kiwi is also a good option. Tip number 4. Protein intake. Now the next thing to do is eat more protein. Have high protein meals. This is needed to help promote muscle growth. Now that's needed because you want to lose the fat, and additionally there will also be an increase in the thermic effect of your food. So your body requires extra calories to digest, absorb and process the nutrients in your meal. Good news is higher protein intake also increases your metabolic rate by 15 to 30%, whereas it is only 5 to 10% from carbs or the 0 to 3% from fats. Tip number 5. Walking. The next thing to lose those love handles is walking workouts. Try and walk as much as you can. Walking also helps in caloric deficit. So if you are walking those recommended 10,000 steps a day, it will definitely contribute to the caloric deficit. Also, walking is anyway so simple and refreshing, you can take it a notch higher and slowly increase it from 10,000 to 20,000 steps. You don't have to double it the next day, but you can take a few days or weeks to achieve this. Trust us, if it's love handles that you need to lose, then walking regularly surely needs to top your list of things to do. Tip number 6. Cheat meals. Now, a lot of you may think weight loss means not eating what you like, but that isn't true. You can have the cheat meal days. Sounds almost unbelievable, but it is true. However, there's a trick to this too. The idea is to have your cheat meal on a full stomach. So let's say you are going out for a party or dinner where you know there is going to be some crazy food and you may feel tempted to binge. I think we can call this the smart cheat. So, when you already have eaten and have a full stomach, you are bound to eat lesser of the cheat meal. It is so simple. This will reduce the overall intake of calories during your cheat meal, and you also have your cheat meal at the end of it. It's a win-win situation. Tip number 7. Work out. Along with this, remember, you just have to work out regularly. There is no escaping to that. Cardio and resistance training are both important. Resistance training will also help increase your metabolic rate, and also having a complete resistance training program will burn more calories, a bigger caloric deficit, which means you are able to burn fat, including those nasty love handles. Tip number 8, HIIT. This means high intensity interval training. HIIT is a broad term for workouts that involve short periods of intense exercise alternated with recovery periods. High intensity intervals can produce similar fat loss to traditional endurance exercise, even with a much smaller time commitment. They also can reduce unhealthy visceral fat. So basically, one of the biggest advantages of HIIT is that you can get maximum health benefits in minimal time. There are loads of HIIT exercises to choose from, so pick the ones that suit you. Tip number 9, choose the right foods. Try to eat foods which are high in fiber. There are tons of studies and research done to back the fact that a high fiber diet is essential to include enough fat loss. Fiber-rich foods also bring about a feeling of fullness. Tip number 10, try intermittent fasting. Basically, the concept of eating in a certain window helps with managing caloric restriction. Tip number 11, get good quality sleep and enough sleep. There is nothing that compares to good sleep, so make sure no matter what you do, try to focus on getting that sleep at the end of the day. So hope all the tips help you to say get lost to these love handles. Before we say goodbye, do take a moment and subscribe to our channel. Also do check out our affiliate products in the description below. See you soon with yet another fun and informative video. Until then, remember to eat right, work out, sleep well, avoid stress, and never forget to smile.